of news to come. A modern printing press, the giant metal heart that beats at the center of every great media empire. Its lifeblood is the hottest news, drawn from every corner of the globe with the wonders of today's technology, and rushed to the streets the very same day. The machine never tires, driven by the public's insatiable demand for knowledge, news, and information. In the northeast of England, the mighty printing presses have a special responsibility to distribute a newspaper with a cherished place in the hearts and history of the good people of Tyneside.
We believe the Evening Chronicle is an institution in the northeast. It has tremendous loyalty from both its readers and advertisers, and this has been the case since it first launched in 1885.
1885, the first issue of the Newcastle Evening Chronicle is unleashed upon an unsuspecting city and soon decimates its rivals. Within 30 years, the brainchild of politician Joseph Cowan is one of the leading provincial newspapers in the country. The familiar sight of the Chronicle's front page reports the arrival of new Tyneside icons. From its landmarks to its sporting heroes. Reporting faithfully through the poverty and oppression of the 1930s. And the new investment of the 1980s. Celebrating the conclusion of war in 1945. Greeting a new queen in 1953. And parting with a king in 1996. Detailing man's bravest steps into foreign territory. And welcoming those ambassadors who seek to visit us in return.
Away the lads!
Yes, throughout good times and bad, the cry of the Evening Chronicle sailor has been a clarion call in the northeast.
Evening Chronicle!
Our unrivaled local news coverage is not the only area of success for us in the 90s. We provide readers with added value supplements on entertainments, jobs, motoring, weekend lifestyle, community news, and this complete package throughout the week is why our readers are staying with us.
I've been reading the Chronicle for probably about the last 15 years.
We've had it delivered to the house for years.
I've been reading the Chronicle for at least 50 years.
My mum and dad will get it and I'll usually read through it.
Get it nearly every night.
I've been getting the Chronicle since 1946.
When my dad used to buy it.
I read every page and I'm scared I missed something.
What do I like about the Chronicle?
Bird watching.
Colour photographs. Yes.
Why, not the, I like the feather kind.
Sport.
I like the bargain bit.
The Pets Common.
Oh, the fortune.
I've just been on a holiday through them.
Mainly the sport.
My mum always gets it for the telly and they're all the stories and
Supplements.
Well, on a Thursday for the jobs.
You usually look at the lost and found pets. And enjoy the crossword. I read every page.
We use it for the telly page. It's local news and you can find out about events.
The old pictures are very interesting.
Entertainment.
It's usually the back page I look at first.
the regional news.
World issues.
And the deaths and the birds.
I'll work my way through it page by page.
For information on what's happening.
I think it's marvellous.
Oh, there's just loads in it.
Companies who advertise in the Chronicle recognize its many strengths.
The Evening Chronicle's a cult, it's an icon. It's a bigger part of Tyneside as Newcastle Brown Ale, as Tyne Bridge, as Newcastle United. There's been many advertisers have used it over the years, many of our clients. I'm sure many of them wouldn't have been as successful as they are if it hadn't been for the Evening Chronicle.
The Evening Chronicle has been a local institution for generations. It's part of the local community, and as such, it's been a very important part of our marketing strategy for almost 40 years now, with superb success.
During the 10 years in which Metro Centre has become established as the most successful retail location in Britain, there's no doubt that regular advertising in the Newcastle Evening Chronicle has contributed very significantly in capturing that very important local loyal population.
It's critical to Newcastle Arena that we attract the core marketplace within the area. The Evening Chronicle has proved invaluable in allowing us to achieve that aim.
We recently carried out a market research survey which showed that there was one area where we could improve. Some of our readers found the size and shape of the paper a little hard to manage, especially in confined circumstances. So we're changing it.
The Evening Chronicle is about to take the most exciting step in its 112-year history, with the change to a newer, easier-to-handle size.
October the 8th will be a historic day for the Evening Chronicle.
85% of readers who've seen the new size paper have said that they prefer it.
It's a lot easier to handle than the older one.
Is it slightly smaller this now than what it was? I thought it was.
And it's nice to get a local paper, and it's really, you know, has plenty of news in it.
I read this size, but I don't like the big size.
I think it's very handy.
Handy.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I couldn't hold the other one.
No, I like that size.
A lot easier to read on the bus.
I think it's a good size. I think it's very good, Handy.
Yes, that's a better size. Because when they're over here, an arm little out, if I'm like this.
Handy for opening, handy for reading when you're not pushing on all that.
This one, you just put it on your knee and sit in. Well, it's just easier to read.
That's better actually, because usually Evening Chronicle's like huge.
You spread out like this and you're looking from side to side.
You be sitting and try to put it on your knee and you can't because it's too big.
It's easier to read, I suppose.
Much better than the old one.
Bit heavier.
But the size is excellent.
We know that people are happy with the content. They like what's in there at the minute. It's just they don't like the format that we're giving it to them in. So really, the fact that it'll be easier to handle, easier to hold, hopefully not so easy to put down, they'll spend longer reading it. That's going to be the advantage for us.
Oh, much better. Oh, definitely.
I'd rather have it that size than the other size.
It's much better than that size, I think.
Very good.
I think that's ideal. It's handy and everything.
Yes, very good.
There's a tremendous amount of excitement been generated.
This is the shape of news to come.
The launch of the new size Evening Chronicle will be accompanied by the biggest promotional campaign seen in the paper's history, with a spend of over £350,000. From the launch right through into the festive season, awareness will be pushed to an all-time high by television, posters, public transport, and of course the paper itself. And that can only mean good news for the paper's advertisers.
Well, after the successful change to tabloid format of the Evening Chronicle sister paper, the Journal.
Loyal readers and loyal advertisers like us, I know, have been advocating this for some time.
When the Evening Chronicle changes,
The change in format will no doubt increase the circulation of the newspaper.
I think the new format will be much easier to read.
it'll be a lot easier to handle.
All the readers will be delighted.
Have a great deal more circulation.
Be another positive step towards it becoming an even greater read in the future.
Any increase in circulation is
Good news for the advertisers too.
The Chronicle in its new
Tabloid format is much superior.
And I'm sure advertisers will have a great deal more success from the paper.
a very welcome development.
The Chronicle already has a strong, loyal readership base to build on. It's read by nearly 500,000 people every week, and over 40% of those have their copy ordered or home delivered. The average reader devotes more than half an hour to the paper, which means advertising is particularly effective. It will still be jam-packed with unrivaled local, regional and national news, features, sport and entertainment. Something for everyone with its range of top-quality, highly targeted platforms. At Thompson House, the £15 million colour printing presses are gearing up to produce 70,000 copies an hour of the new size paper, with a planned further £5 million investment in the near future to improve colour availability.
The changes that we're making, along with a very strong advertising campaign, will lead to increased circulation and will strengthen our role in North Eastern life.
I'm more confident than ever about the future success of the Evening Chronicle. A tabloid format chronicle is what the marketplace wants, and we believe in providing that, we can only be giving good news for both reader and advertiser.